Quite a good number, and thank you for your show of support, being here with us in our temporary campus. So today we have Salma's defense, and first the way we operate is that Salma's gonna give us a presentation. Typically I like the presentation to be about 20 minutes. Salma asked for 30 minutes, so she's gonna keep us entertained. At the end of the 30 minutes, I'm going to open the floor, discussion to the floor. Anybody who has a question, you can ask Salma questions. After this time is finished, then we, the panel, we can spend some time with Salma on our own, asking her the difficult questions. Okay? And then after that we're going to deliberate. So without further ado, I'd like Salma to start her half-hour presentation.
Hello, I'm Salma. My thesis is about ultra-low wake-up receivers for wireless sensor networks. So before I talk about wake-up receivers, I'd like to give a brief introduction on wireless sensor networks. So wireless sensor networks, as you can see, consist of a huge number of spatially distributed sensor nodes. These sensor nodes can monitor environmental and physical conditions, for example, sound, temperature, pressure. Also, they have the ability to pass the data through the network and into one main location. One sensor node can basically sense, compute, and communicate. The block diagram of the sensor node, as you can see, is a data receiver, a transmitter, power management unit, a sensor, and a processor, and sometimes, depending on the application, a memory. The wireless sensor networks have a history that goes back to the 1990s. It wasn't that famous, or it wasn't that common in research. What paved the way for wireless sensor networks to become that famous are a set of technologies, revolutionary advancements during the last decade in these technologies, were the reason for wireless sensor networks to become now realized actually in real life. So mainly these technologies are first Moore's law. Moore's law allowed not only the increase in integration, which meant smaller computational gadgets, but also it allowed more functions and less power on the chip. The explosions in sensors technology allowed for novel materials to be used as in sensing tasks, like chemical and biological and physical materials. Also, the enhancements in MEMS and carbon nanotubes allowed the invention of many new sensors. Also, the batteries became smaller in size and have a longer battery life. Transceivers became smaller, less power hungry, and less expensive. So sensor nodes can now be the size of a quarter. As you can see, this is the Mika dot designed and implemented by Berkeley, and it can also be the size of a V or a star. Applications for wireless sensor networks can be monitoring water level in agricultural lands or forests, in biomedical applications to help doctors diagnose the disease, monitoring active volcanoes to avoid sudden eruption. Not only this, but now the future for wireless is a ubiquitous wireless environment where you can be connected everywhere and anywhere to all kinds of data. Researchers expect that wireless sensor networks will play a huge role in this field. So what's the main challenge for wireless sensor networks? Wireless sensor networks has the nature of rare communication. Communication happens not frequently. Communication is not frequent, and hence all the sensor node stays idle most of the time, except for the data receiver that stays monitoring the channel all the time. And so that's the most consuming block in the sensor node. For example, in a latest tool in published in Salem, a data receiver